integrated geo-reference three-dimensional water quality sampler and the environmental and safety concerns associated with our project. Overview. First of all, I'm going to talk about what you need to bring with you, and then also the next check will be how to complete your tasks and mitigate your risk for the operator, and then how you can modify your design in order to optimize or minimize danger. First of all, operator safety. First of all, the buddy system. You need to tell someone when you're going to go out and what time you'll be back, because you never know what's going to happen. If your phone dies, you don't have cell phone service, maybe you're out on the river, and even though you probably will have someone on the shore, if your car breaks down and something happens, you really want someone to know what time you should be back. First of all, you need a first aid kit. That's what you definitely need to bring with you. When you're carrying these kayaks and canoes on steep inclines of riprap in your sandals or river shoes, you are prone to scrapes, knee scrapes, even possibly twisted ankles. So you want to have sports tape with you always. And you definitely, in these heavily wooded and thick brush areas, you definitely want to have a snake bite kit with you, because you never know what's going to be lurking in the shallower water. Health and wellness. You want to bring sunscreen of at least SPF 30, bug spray that's adequate in deep woods, approximately deep percentage of 90 to 100. And even though you have the sunscreen, you want to bring a hat, maybe with some neck protection. Proper attire. You want to have clothing that has wicking capabilities. You want to avoid cotton. Your wicking material will dry quickly even if you tip your boat and end up swimming. Like I said, avoid cotton. You want to choose layers for your clothing as well, in case of sudden changes in temperature. And here we have the Chaco shoe, ever popular in this day and age, and the traditional river shoe. You want to have those in case of any underwater debris as you're getting in and out of your water vehicle, if there's sharp rocks, jagged edges, and fallen sticks. Life jackets. You definitely want one appropriate for your size, not a kid's one. They have different weights for different applications. You can get up to 24 pounds of buoyancy weight, and as low as 14. So you want to have the appropriate rating for your application. And a communication method. Like I said, you want the buddy system, but you also want to either have your cell phone or a two-way radio with a whistle in case any of those methods fail. So operator safety continued. You need emergency repair equipment. You never know if you're going to suddenly get a leak, and even though you're supposed to check it beforehand, you may need duct tape or to temporarily fix leaks, or and rope for tethering to the shore. All your gear, including your first aid kit, your extras, bug spray, you need to be keeping those in a dry bag, which will be mounted to your canoe. You want that. You want that to be secured and in the center line of your canoe. And of course, you need extras of everything: oars, life jackets, like I said, proper attire, extra dry clothing. Operator safety. Proper technique for heavy lifting. So you want your feet to be hip width apart. You want to hold the object in plane with your body, and you want to maintain a firm grip on whatever you're lifting. You don't want to bend over at the back like in this image. You want to keep your back neutral, straight, and of course bend at the knees. This is the one-legged technique, and it's appropriate for different lifting. And then you also have the squat, which some of you might be more familiar with. So, continuing. know before you go. You want to check the flow rates before you go. Check the weather. You want to be aware of currents beneath the water. You want to know how to swim out of the current in case your boat also flips. You don't want to panic, of course, when your boat flips, because you want to keep a clear head. In general, you want to maintain a low center of gravity while you're getting in and out of the boat and during operation. So this may require crouching during, if you need to move around during. Like I said, also be aware of currents while you're canoeing. In general, if there's wakes from larger water vehicles, you want to approach them at right angles instead of parallel, because that can possibly overload your boat, and it can affect our design as well as the tipping. Design safety. We're looking into a protective covering for our design that will be water resistant. This lock box up here is just plastic, kind of a rugged case that's probably going to hold our design. It's going to be about 2 cubic feet area. And then the components for our design, we have certain solutions that calibrate our sensors, and they have associated material safety and data sheet protocol. Most of them aren't dangerous inherently, but you need to avoid excessive contact with your skin, your eyes, and you definitely do not want to ingest it. No chronic issues have been reported, but if your symptoms persist, you should definitely see a doctor. And finally, environmental concerns. One of them is disturbing the water. We don't have actually that many environmental concerns. We like to consider our design eco-friendly. So disturbing the water is going to be one of our only considerations, and that and possibly litter. If we're out testing and we have a sandwich in a Ziploc bag, you definitely want to dispose of that and leave it cleaner than you left it. And that is the environmental safety concerns. Does anybody have any questions?
What's typical weight capacity of a canoe that you might be looking at using? Are they like 3-person canoes, or are they? I mean, how many people? I'm just thinking you've got a 150-pound piece of equipment and 2 people. That's about the equivalent, and plus all the other gear. So you talk about approaching a 4-person load.
Okay, the canoe we've been looking at, I think it only has 1 bench, actually, for 1 operator.
So you're talking about going up with 1 person?
Yes. Okay. And then having someone on the shore is.
But you'll have the equivalent of 2 people's mass in the canoe, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
So is that, I'm asking you, is that reasonable to put 2 people in 1-person canoe?
No. But we haven't looked into the actual capacity of this specific canoe that we have.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are considering putting 1 operator in the canoe and the person's on shore?
Yes, during operator safety, kind of your communication method, you want to have someone on the shore who's in charge of batteries, USB cards, in case you have a technical difficulty, and also for safety. In case you can.
I'm sorry, I'm just curious how, if something happens to the person out in the canoe, how is the person on land going to help? Like, are they going to call someone to come help, or are they supposed to go out there and help them?
Do you have a specific example?
Let's say someone's out there, high center of gravity, flip over, and are stuck in some debris.
Well, that's when rope is going to come into handy. When you flip your canoe, we're obviously going to put our operator safety first. The canoe actually floats regardless of whether it's full or if it's flipped over. So as long as you remain calm, you can pull your canoe in with you. Slowly, for sure. And then there's certain protocol associated with swimming parallel to the current and not going into it.
You said the canoe will float if it's full?
Any other questions?